Was Grandpa always a walking Google?
What's a walking Google?
I Google the web search.
Probably. That's funny. Yeah, I would say yes.
What was he like as a child?
He was mean.
Oh dear.
He was mean.
And he's right over there, you know.
Yes.
He was a
Let's
mean
ask Aunt
brother.
Barbara about Vern. Or was that Kathy? I can't remember.
He was grumpy and he was mean. He didn't like us to bother him.
I didn't like.
And he wasn't, you didn't talk to him in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, he was not a morning person. So, just so you know.
Who is your guys' favorite niece? That goes to everybody.
Bonnie, who's
our favorite niece?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't go there.
When you guys see something funny on Facebook, who do you text first?
I don't. I just laugh out loud. I don't text anybody.
Probably my sisters.
Yeah?
Yeah, we kind of exchange funny things. You bet.
Good. What about you, Mom?
Who do I text first?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You probably just
Depends on what I see. If it has to do with like toilet paper the wrong way, then it's always Auntie Barb.
Yes. That's funny. Yeah.
Depends on the level of inappropriateness.
Okay.
Oh, then you could send that to me.
Yeah. I can send it to you too.
Now, what's your guys' favorite childhood memory?
I would say always Christmas.
Yeah?
Always Christmas. Because it was just, magical. It just was. You have all these siblings and everything. It was just magical. Because I was a believer.
Yes. Yeah.
How about you?
I would say summertime when I was a kid, because we would roam the parks and the alleys and have our friends. And then, of course, always get-togethers with the family.
You have to
too.
remember our childhood was in our neighborhood. We ran with like a 6-block radius of
Yeah.
kids. And we didn't have to come in until dark, until the street lights came on.
Right.
Yeah. And it was big groups of kids.
Yeah. It
was just not just,
was
a
fun.
couple. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah,
You
you're
bet.
right.
Childhood.
What was yours, Mom?
Probably with family get-togethers, because all the cousins were so close.
Yes.
Like I feel bad for these guys because they don't have
Yeah, they're
cousins
so far
like
away,
that.
so
You
far
know?
away. Right. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
But even my grandkids, they don't get together so much because they're also involved in sports and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Where
That's
we
right.
didn't,
That's right.
everything was family.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You're gonna get whiplash doing that.
Seriously. You're supposed to do individual, so you're not doing that.
That's okay.
You didn't say that.
You can you edit it?
These are
Yeah.
These are good questions. These are good, real good questions.
When do you think you guys will be tipsy?
Like I want to wait until they're real good and tipsy, and then I'll get real good answers.
What do you mean when?
Oh, are.
We're there. We come.
Was Grandpa always a walking Google?
You're talking about your grandpa.
Yes.
He's a smart guy. Let's go over here so he doesn't get to hear all of everything.
Okay.
You already did.
Well,
That was the right answer, by the way.
no, it's true. He's very smart.
All right. What was he like as a child?
Pretty studious. Now you got to remember, there's 11 years between us. Yeah, it's all good. So be careful. No, there's 11 years between us, and so he'll always tell the story about how we were wrestling one time, and my knee knocked out his front tooth.
Oh.
He loves to tell that story. Actually, he was terrorizing me, and I was just defending myself.
Who is your favorite niece?
Oh my gosh. Well, she's my godchild too. Don't tell anybody but your mom.
That's the right answer. When you see something funny on Facebook, who do you text first?
I typically don't text anyone, but I'll tell Michaeline. I'll say, hey, you got to see this, and so I'll bring it to her attention. But I typically don't text someone.
Yeah.
Now, what I'll do sometimes is if I see something funny that might be sent to me, I may shoot
Sure.
that out, either in a text or in an email.
Yeah.
And like with my guys, with my kids, we'll get going on some texting, and it includes all three kids and Michaeline and I, and so we'll be going back and forth on stuff.
All right.
But I can't keep up with the three of them because they're like you guys. They're very technically savvy, and I'm not as technically savvy as they are.
Okay. And what's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh wow, that's a tough one. One of the things I loved doing when I was a kid was where we lived in St. Paul. We weren't that far from the bluffs. Have you ever seen the bluffs? Have you been in St. Paul and saw the bluffs along the river?
I have not.
And I used to be able to go over to the bluffs, and we could climb down the bluffs. And I had a dog when I was growing up, a German Shepherd, and I would take her down, and we could go in the caves.
Oh,
and we would
cool.
go explore the caves. And even when I got a motorcycle, I had a dirt bike, I would take him down along the river road and go up there. So there was a lot of fun. Now you can't go in the caves anymore because, sadly, some people have been hurt and some have been killed in those caves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you could go in there on the hottest summer day. It could be 90, 100 degrees, high humidity, and you go into these caves, and they're what's called sandstone. You rub your hand against the wall, and the sand would fall.
Yeah.
But they would always be about 60 degrees in there. Just very
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun when I was going down by the caves and enjoyed doing that.
Okay. What were you like as a child?
In what respect?
Like, were you mean? Were you nice?
Well, I'm probably not the best judge of that. I was the firstborn, so I guess I was treated as such. As you know, the firstborn tends to have a little different treatment. The next oldest sibling didn't come along till I was 2.
Who's your favorite sibling?
Oh, I like them all. I guess I'm probably closest to David and Barb.
And when you see something on something funny on Facebook, who do you text first?
Even with the
You know, it depends on what the item is on Facebook. I have different friends who have different senses of humor,
Yeah.
and so I think I make those decisions based on who I think is going to enjoy it the most.
That's good. What's your favorite childhood memory?
I think just
Interesting.
having all the being with all the family at home.
That's what Mom said.
My eyes see it too.
I've got my watch, my Apple Watch, right? So I'm like trying to dictate a text to Brad, and it cut off in the middle of the text. So it's like I locked myself out. I'm outside. I'm not, and then it like just totally cut out. So they get off the plane, and here they get this text that's like cut out, and they can't get a hold of me. So I go across the street to the neighbor. Thankfully, we just played cards. Yes. Have you not met them? Or it's been a while. Wow.
It has been
This
a
is
while.
Miles. He's 12.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Max is 14.
That is like when I come to Boston and see my grandchildren.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they're all taller than I am,
Yes.
you know.
I know. They're
I
getting
remember
big.
you guys when you were small.
Yeah?
Yeah. How are you?
Life's terrible and meaningless.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course, right. Yeah.
Did you find it?
If I see it.
Maya knows the number if you show her the phone, so she can see the numbers on
I'm looking for. Try this again.
What are those? What are those?
Yeah.
Let me try my.
He calls, because I don't know anybody's number by heart.
No, I don't
I
know.
don't even know my boss's number by heart. I know nobody's number by heart except for ours, just because I grew up with that number, which they wouldn't be of any help in Colorado.
Leave a message
So
after
I
the
didn't know my
call.
in-laws or anything like that. So Brad calls Jim and he's like, go over to the house and see if Jen's okay. And
Try that. That's her.
I was across the street and there was no window access, so he was over there like looking for me for like half an hour. They finally get home and
Ringing.
I happened to look outside. And I'm like, oh shit, Jim's outside.
Oh, so you're
He'd been waiting, yeah. But it,
Oh.
the text of course cuts off. I got locked outside. I don't know. And then he's just like, oh crap, what happened to her? And
But if she's
we had just had like Excel Energy out to the house or Comcast or something. So he's like, I'm thinking maybe the guy came back and got you. And I'm like, oh my God, Brad, seriously.
Well, you know what? You laugh about that, but you know, hey, strange
I
things
know.
happen.
Yeah, right. So now we like changed out the batteries. I have a hidden lock in the coop.
Yeah.
And like, I'll be able to get in the house again.
You do?
Yes, you
You have
don't
a hidden lock in the coop?
Yeah, under one of the nesting boxes.
Didn't know that.
We told you.
Perfect
No?
spot. Remember that. Remember that.
Hi, Colby. This
It's all
is
fun and games
Maya.
till the chicken eats
I
it.
can't leave a message because I'm locked out of my house, and if you are not home, you can't help me either. Thank you very much. I will do what I can. Call the police.
Wait, call you. Wait. Oh, I was just gonna say, have them call Bonnie Bellows next door.
If you find Norbert's number,
Well, that's what I'm trying to. See, that's what we do is we leave.
Do any
keys
of the
with
other neighbors have their keys?
Yes, yes. That's what we do down in Florida.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
In olden days,
Our
we did.
neighbors,
Yeah.
crazy lady across the street.
Yeah,
Our
let's leave her
neighbors
one.
change all the time,
Yeah.
you know.
And new
No.
neighbors next door, so,
Yeah.
yeah, there's really no one.
Or just leave
Who's Who's that great ape right there? Sugriva. Is it dinner time? Is it dinner time? Oh, I think it is. I think it is. Oh, yeah.
Grandpa made Korean burgers, and we are expecting them to be very delicious. What are you doing?
Nothing's on the radar, so, that's what I'm just gonna do, is arrange the house.
Oh,
We were waiting to see,
One day I was coming back from my friend's place. It was like
see Marla's across the street do a
at night,
backflip
3 in the morning,
and
and
tap dance at our house one time.
Why would you know you have kids at home forever?
Well, I know, but she gets it.
white.
Oh, really? What does she care for?
Zip
Candy?
No,
No.
there is a woman.
She's actually been more
I didn't
sociable,
even
so.
see her until I was pretty close, and I wasn't driving very fast, so I
She's a widow,
just waited,
she has a dog.
and she stopped to just stare at me,
Black
and then
lab dog. And Marla's
This
has
is
had
completely like
the
doing
same
this
kind of breed of dogs for as long as 36 years ago, when we moved in. The first dog was Mickey, and it's a little white, kitten dog.